Hello, welcome. So today we're going to be looking at r/Today I Effed Up. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in listening to today, then please do stick around and enjoy. And don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Thank you. Okay, first post. Today I effed up by agreeing to babysit my friend's kids without thinking it through. My friend asked me if I could watch her 5-year-old for a few hours because she had some last minute work thing, and I was just like, sure, how hard can it be, right? Famous last words. So, I don't have kids. I can tell by the fact that you said, sure, how hard can it be? But I figured out cartoons and snacks would do the job. The first hour was fine. We watched Cocomelon Lane on Netflix and I gave him some juice and snacks. Everything is fine. Then, out of nowhere, this kid goes crazy. He starts sprinting around my apartment, screaming about being a superhero, and climbs onto my couch while I was playing on Jackpot City and launches himself off like he's trying to take flight. I was trying to get him to sit down, but he's just too fast, and I was too confused, like I just didn't know what to do. He somehow even found my toothbrush and started banging it against the floor while yelling something about dragons or some crap. I genuinely considered calling my friend and telling her to get him immediately. By the time my friend came back, the place was a disaster and I was sweating like crazy, and her kid was calmly eating crackers on the floor like nothing happened. I don't know how parents do this every day. Honestly, I feel like being majority just kind of delusional helps. Like, you lose your sanity through the toddler stage with the first one, and you never regain it, and that just kind of helps. TLDR, I watched my friend's 5-year-old. He turned my place upside down for a few hours, and when she came back, he was just quietly eating crackers like nothing happened. Honestly, as well, kids will make you look like the biggest liar going. Like, you can say to the parent, your kid was acting cracked out, and I'm concerned. I nearly called the exorcist, and the kid will be there like, with a little halo above their head, like, I have no idea what he's talking about. We just did a little bit of colouring and I was good the whole time. Yeah, but you know what? I feel like that's karma for saying how hard can it be? Let's see what the comments say, shall we? C-Work says, this is predictable. Watching TV might keep their attention, but it doesn't tire a kid out or engage them physically. Kids want to play. So do adults. We just grind it out of them. They also aren't good at emotional regulation. Do you have something to dig? A ball to throw? Being the sports announcer while a kid wrestles a stuffed animal is cool. I've let kids give me tattoos with markers. Act like it's scary and you want them to reassure you. Obviously, nobody wants a kid to get hurt, but play is important for their health. You could even do a workout game or video with them. You didn't know? Now you know. Reflect on what being a kid was like for you. Do you know what I do with my youngest? Because there's obviously neurodivergency there and extreme hyperactivity. It is impossible to tire that child out. And sometimes I'm like, I just need you in one space where you're not going to move just for a little bit, and I don't have to worry about you trying to physically harm yourself by accident. Because I swear, these kids, they have a death wish. But anyway, what I do is I have an exercise bike. It's one of those ones that's very safe, like you can't fall off it kind of thing. I never use it. So I get that out and I'm just like, here, do you want to go on the bike? Put the TV on, put them on the bike, like put on, one of those like roller coaster simulators or something. I just let them have at it. It wears them out. It keeps them out of my hair for half an hour so I can like do something I need to do if I have anything I need to do. And it's just good times all around. And it keeps them in one place so you know where they are. And then Husky430 says, I used a laser pointer on the floor when I babysat my nephew. Just like a cat, my sister was not amused. I think that's great. Hilarious. Honestly, you have to get inventive with ways to tire them out where you can still get on with the shit you need to do in the day. Like, we're on the 6 weeks holidays here at the moment in the UK, so kids are off school. stuff still has to get done. You know, you can't just be playtime all the time. So you have to find inventive ways to keep them active, but safe and out your hair. Next post. Today I effed up by going away last minute on a girl. What do you mean? Like going on a holiday? Or like just full on disappearing act? So, 5 days ago, matched with this girl on an app, immediately connected and started talking and texting. She seemed really nice and understanding, and then I started to see some things. I saw her take screenshots, which she said were accidental. They were definitely not. They were so for either the best friend or the group chat. Okay, understandable. Then later on, I had a talk with her to have our first meeting. She only agreed for me to go to her city, which is 50 kilometres away from where I live, and I don't know the city well. I still agreed to go. Okay, so about 3 and a bit miles away, which is not that far if you're driving, actually. That's not that far. Or is Google doing me dirty here? I don't get the problem there. Unless you don't drive, I suppose. On the road, she texted, mentioned something about inviting me to her apartment, which seemed weird because we never met, so I texted my bro and red flags started to go up. Finally arrived at the destination. She video called me, but she was not on video. Yeah, no, that's creepy. And no, even if you're a guy, don't go to someone's house the first time you're meeting. Like, do you want to get offed and end up on a true crime documentary? Because that's how you do it. I asked her to use camera so I feel safe. She said, "You will see me enough," and guided me to some shady street. I told her if we don't meet in a public place, I'm leaving, and she said, "I can't there because people know me." And so I did. But I feel terrible, and as if I ruined something that could have been good. I highly doubt it. At the moment, I felt as if I was being set up. TLDR, I felt like I was being set up, so I left before the girl came, and now I kind of regret it. If your gut is telling you that something is awry, leave. Don't go. It's better to miss out on a date where someone's acting weirdly awkward anyway, let's be honest. Like, do you really want that kind of hassle? Than, you know, like I say, end up on a true crime documentary or on a missing persons poster, you know? It's always, without any exceptions, meeting in a public place, first time meeting. And in fact, I would say the first few times meeting. And if I find out any of you are going on dates for the first time, meeting someone online, and you go to their house, I'm going to be very disappointed and you will be grounded. So then down in the comments, NarrowCup2920 says, always listen to your gut, precisely. And then Totally Legit S-Stock says, your gut is more knowledgeable than your D. Yes, it is. Next post. Today I effed up by not checking if the bathroom door actually locked. This happened a few weeks ago, but my soul still leaves my body when I think about it. I hate that when something really embarrassing happens and it just pops into your head. And it's usually at nighttime, isn't it? When you're in bed and it pops into your head and it's like your subconscious goes, I have something for conscious you to remember. This is gonna sting. It's like the time when I was meeting a friend of a guy I was seeing at the time for the first time, and he went to like try and fist bump me, but me being a very awkward person went to shake his hand instead, and it was basically just me shaking this dude's fist. No one said anything about it, but we all just kind of stood there, awkward. For a minute. It was horrible, and now and then that comes back to haunt me at like 12 o'clock at night when I cannot sleep. And this happened, I would say, a good like 15 years ago, and it still haunts me now. I was at a friend's house for a get-together. Not a huge party, just 7 to 8 people, snacks, dumb games, and good vibes. After a while, my stomach got triggered by some spicy snack and nature called. I asked for the bathroom, went in, and thought I locked the door. Turns out I didn't. I closed it, Yes, but I didn't twist the little lock thingy properly because I was too distracted trying to be fast and polite. So there I am, peacefully doing my business, when suddenly the door swings open and my friend's cousin, who I'd literally just met an hour ago, walks in. Oh no. We locked eyes. I was seated and pants down, pure silence, no one moved, just deep, spiritual shame. She screamed. I screamed sorry, still don't know why. I somehow kicked the door shut and then just sat there contemplating existence. When I came out, everyone knew. Everyone. Someone even offered me a bottle of water and said, "You okay, bro?" Like I had just come back from war. I stayed another 10 minutes for dignity's sake, then faked a phone call and left. I don't blame you at all. I would have done the same, I think. Lesson learned, always double check the damn lock. Twist, tug, test. Don't trust your memory. Your dignity isn't auto-saved, buddy. Save it manually. TLDR, went to a friend's place, didn't properly lock the bathroom door, got walked in on mid-poop by his cousin. Social life is now permanently in recovery mode. So then, down in the comments, Liam McPoyle's good eye said, "You should have owned it, you poo-poo you." To be fair, I mean, I think I've had people like try and open the door before on me when I've been in the loo and what have you. But the most horrible memory that sticks in my head, and again, because it was just so embarrassing, is I was at a friend's house and this friend, this was when I was in like middle school. She had a friggin' huge house. Her parents were rich. They had multiple floors. It was out in the middle of nowhere and it was massive. So there was loads of toilets to choose from, which this is why this story annoys me the most. So I'm going to the toilet. My friend had disappeared because her mum had shouted at her to grab her something. So then I was like, oh, I'm going to go pee, nature calls. Go to the toilet, push the door open, and there is her mum, just sat, kegs right to the floor, like top pulled up, because she was trying to sort out some sanitary products. And I think my soul left for a moment, genuinely through the ceiling, through the 3 floors of this fucking giant house. And this is why it annoys me. From all the friggin' toilets in that huge house, I picked the one the mum was trying to change a tampon in. I'm kind of glad I moved counties and lost touch with that girl, because I don't think I could have ever looked her mum in the eye again, honestly. Next post, today I effed up by accidentally making a group chat with 2 women. I've been seeing a few women romantically the past few months. Oh, get you. None of them are exclusive, but I like each of them quite a bit. All right, calm down, Casanova, Jesus Christ. I like to send TikToks to them based on who I think would enjoy it. Oftentimes, I'd end up sending the same TikTok to a few of them. Within the past hour, I found a pretty funny one that had a slight sexual undertone. I meant to send it to a girl I've seen already. We're actually supposed to meet again tomorrow. And a girl I recently started talking to again. No dates yet. Instead of sending it to each of them separately, I accidentally created a group chat with the 3 of us and it was sent there. They have never met, and this TikTok is the only thing in that group. I deleted the group on my end and resent the TikTok to our respective one-on-one conversations, waiting to see what they say and hoping for the best. TLDR, I sent a TikTok to 2 women together instead of separately, hoping it doesn't come back to bite me in the ass. So then down in the comments, WhiskeyTown79 says the women are going to continue with that chat with each other to discover that they are into one another and go on dates together without OP. One can only hope, hey? And then Not Lunaris says, hey, are you also tired of those unfunny videos that Rage and War keeps sending? Was that his username? I didn't even notice. That says a lot, doesn't it? Yeah, it's getting really annoying. Anyways, want to make out? Bet! Go on, lovelies. Get rid of the middleman and just, have fun together. Today I effed up by telling my manager about the group chat that excludes her. Whoopsie. Oh dear. So, I got a new job about 6 months ago. My immediate supervisor, let's call her G, is a very unpleasant person to be around, but that's life. The pay is mostly worth putting up with it. We got a new person and G asked me to make sure they were added to the team's group chat. They are officially 3 group chats, a main one with everyone in it, and 2 other smaller ones for specific projects and those directly involved in them, and a 4th, unofficial chat that has everyone except for G. This 4th chat is used to coordinate things we do on personal time, but work spills into it all the time. It's sort of the default we all use. I didn't have the new hire's cell number yet, so I asked the new person's trainer to add them to the chats. He added them right there, and that was the end of it, or so I thought. He added the new hire to one of the sub-chats and the unofficial 4th chat, and omitted the main group chat. G asked me today why the new hire wasn't in the group chat yet. I said they were. They had sent messages in it only a few minutes ago. G told me she had just checked her phone and they weren't in there. I double-checked and sure enough. The F up, I said, "Oh, my bad. They're in the other group chat. I'll add them to both now." Oh no. Silly. To which G responds, "What other chat? There's another group chat?" It wasn't until then that I realised that G, being probably the most toxic person I've ever met, obviously wouldn't be involved in a group that we use to do fun stuff after work. Yes. There followed the most awkward silence of my life. I don't think she believed me when I said, "No." So I got the stink eye from G for the rest of the day, and my co-workers are pretty irritated at me for letting it slip. TLDR, let slip to my boss that an unofficial group chat exists involving everyone except for her. Edit, I meant team chat as in the chat the team uses, not Microsoft Teams. So then down in the comments, Impressive Berry 3359 says, "For sure there is now a new group chat without you." Probably. They're thinking, oh no, OP's a liability, get them out. Or let's make a new one. And then Woindo says, "Accurate." And then OP replies, "Yup, probably. But in my defense, I don't know why any boss would be surprised by that knowledge. Literally, most people don't want their formal as hell toxic boss in the group chat. Most people just don't want their boss in their group chat where they do fun things with each other after work anyway. You know, if the boss never gets involved in any of that stuff, why would they be? But yeah, oopsie." Okay, last one, and then I will disappear and stop rambling in your ears for the day. Today I effed up by forgetting chicken nuggets. For 3 weeks. Oh no. Ew. I went to use the microwave tonight and found a plate of chicken nuggets inside. It was like some awful science experiment, and I think I might just need a new microwave. Yeah, throw that whole frickin' thing out. We don't need it anymore. About 3 weeks ago, I cooked chicken nuggets for tea. Okay, so I'm assuming this person is in the UK because that is a very UK term. Tea means dinner in a lot of sort of regional areas of the UK. Where I'm from, it does. And also where I used to live, it does. So if anyone's confused, that's what that means. There were some leftovers, so I put them in the microwave on a plate to cool down because our house seems to be a fly magnet and I didn't want anything to land on them. I must have forgotten them. Over the last 3 weeks, we've had an unprecedented heat wave in my corner of England, and the microwave is directly opposite the massive window that gets direct sunlight in the afternoon. It gets so warm on that side of the kitchen that the chocolate stored over there is usually liquid, and some disposable plastic cups we got for a party and put in front of the microwave were unusable because they were too soft. Why have you not changed where you store the chocolate? If it's constantly getting melted because you've got a gigantic friggin' window, move it. Find somewhere else to put it. I am one of those heathens that likes my chocolate in the fridge. I know. Don't say anything. Just keep it to yourself. I just love the way it's like rock solid. It pleases me. As soon as the microwave door was opened, it smelled like death. TLDR, chicken nuggets left in the microwave for 3 weeks in a heat wave smell like death. I bet they do. Okay, so down in the comments, Saracen says, can't even imagine. Recently, I drove a friend to a food bank, and unknown to both of us, an individually bagged pack of hot dogs fell out of the box they put the food in. It stayed in my car for about 5 days. Oh no. Before I found out where it fell, you could smell them through 2 layers of plastic. Oh no. To be honest though, with how processed hot dogs are, I'm surprised they went off, to be honest. But for an extra 2 weeks longer and enclosed to really seal in the flavour, disgusting. Good luck with cleaning. Honestly, I would just throw the microwave out at that point, I think. That thing has seen something unholy and needs to be expelled into the pits of a tip somewhere. Burn it. Actually, don't do that. I'm pretty sure burning a microwave is not a good idea. Don't listen to that. That is not actual advice, by the way. But no, seriously, can you imagine the plume of smell that probably burst out of that microwave when they opened the door? I imagine the reaction was visceral. Okay, I think that's all we've got time for today. So if you made it all the way to the end with me, then I appreciate you very much. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn your notifications on even. That is your initiation into the cult of void. Welcome. Whatever it is you're doing for the day, I hope you have a really good rest of the day. Goodbye.